Really scary news happened when a car was blown up just outside the stadium where France and Iceland was playing their quarterfinals game in the Euro Cup. Everyone was freaking out and fans that were making their way to the stadium were in shock. This comes just after we've been having all of these terrorist attacks. Well, luckily for this explosion, it was a controlled explosion that the police had performed.
Oh my god, Landon, this is so confusing. What do you mean this was a controlled explosion?
Well, the car that exploded was a suspicious car near the stadium. This car could have been involved in a terrorist attack because ISIS have said publicly that they intend to attack the tournament, which is super scary for the players and for the fans cheering on their team that represents their country. There has been heightened security during the Euro Cup 2016 games because of ISIS and other potential terrorist attacks. And luckily, because of all this extra security, this car was spotted and was quickly removed. Who knows what was prevented in this situation? What's happening, you guys? I am Landon. For any of you guys who are new here, this is where I talk about the news or anything trending around the world. So let me start off this video asking you guys what scares you the most. Let me know in the comment section below because your comments can be seen in my next video tomorrow. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about today, so let's not waste time. Let's get right into it. 40-year-old Joshua Brown, who is an ex-Navy SEAL, becomes the first man to die in a self-driving car. This could cause a lot of problems and liability issues for Tesla. Joshua was behind the self-driving Tesla Model S car, and he was killed when the vehicle collided into a trailer truck in Florida. Joshua was watching a Harry Potter movie when the crash happened, but Tesla came back saying that it is impossible for someone to watch movies on its touch screen. Officials are investigating whether the car's autopilot system was at fault or if it was Joshua that caused the crash. My condolences goes out to Joshua, and I just have to say, self-driving cars actually scares me. You don't know when technology is going to mess up. Moving on, Thomas Ross from Florida has just filed a lawsuit against Apple this week. He's claiming the California tech giant Apple has infringed on his invention. His invention was an electronic reading device, and he claims that Apple stole a lot of his designs to make their iPhone. Here's a picture of his drawings from 1992. You can see a big screen, slim device looking exactly like the iPhone. The lawsuit is for $10 billion and royalties up to 1.5% on Apple's worldwide sales. This is a lot of money if Apple loses this case, but something tells me this whole thing is just going to go away or Apple's going to win. Since we're talking about money, President Obama has spent $25 million to help fight against the Zika virus. That just won't go away. Travelers have carried the virus to at least 45 states, and Washington, D.C. is one of them. There has been 935 confirmed cases in the states. There's also 7 babies born in the U.S. with a Zika-related birth defect, and another 6 births who had the Zika virus that didn't survive. Over in Cincinnati, they just had their first Zika virus case, so this thing is spreading. A man in his 50s apparently contracted the virus while traveling in the Caribbean, so yes, Zika virus is also in the Caribbean. Health officials said the virus was transmitted through a mosquito bite, and the man has since fully recovered. Something else making history are these 2 British athletes who were born male, who are on the verge of making history by competing in a women's event during the Olympic Games. So the Olympics are quickly approaching. The opening ceremony is on August 5th of this year. There's expected to be over 10,500 athletes competing to represent their country, including these 2 unnamed pair who would make history as the first transgender Olympian. This would open the door to many other transgender people in the future. People have been talking, and there has been fear that these 2 athletes could be exposed and mocked during the Olympic Games. There would be so much talk, especially if they win anything. Imagine if they win gold or silver. People are going to debate, was this fair? But what do you guys think about this whole thing, about transgenders competing in the Olympics? Let me take you guys over to the box office where Finding Dory landed themselves on the top spot, beating out some pretty big movies that came out on the weekend. Finding Dory made over $41 million. The Legend of Tarzan came second, making $38 million. That movie was really good, and The Purge 3, another movie I watched on the same day back to back. It was The Purge, and then I watched Tarzan. Well, The Purge made $30 million. BFG was 4th place with $19 million, and Independence Day Resurgence made $16 million in 5th place. Next week, The Secret Life of Pets comes out, and it's supposed to be a really funny animation movie. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates with Zac Efron is also coming out. I am really looking forward to that movie, but there's a lot of awkwardness in the movie as well. Well, here's a quick trailer for you guys.
Oh my gosh, it's Superman!
Your turn, Mike!
Don't ever do that.
I could do anything that they could do.
Is it okay?
Oh, she looks like burn victim Barbie.
And you're Black Ken.
Breaking news, ISIS suicide bombers have just blown themselves up inside of a packed Baghdad shopping center. The mall was packed with young people and families, and it happened at the end of the holy month, Ramadan. Up to 125 people were killed and 170 other people were injured in this attack. The death toll is expected to climb because people are in critical condition. The deadly explosion was followed shortly by a second attack, which claimed the lives of 5 more people and wounded another 16. Right now, rescue teams are on the scene. Firefighters are trying to put out the fire. Moving on to some YouTube news for you guys. PewDiePie just uploaded a video called "It's Time to Leave." He talked about how he got kicked out of his apartment because of a noise complaint. He said he didn't even get a warning, and apparently this actually made it into the news. And the headlines were, PewDiePie kicked out of his apartment after having gay sex. It was actually quite funny, and that was far from the truth. And you know what? That could actually be the reason why he was kicked out, because his landlord was probably a homophobe. I will put the link of the video, PewDiePie's video, in the description below, so you guys can click on that and listen to PewDiePie talk about it. It's quite funny. Casey Neistat is on a crazy vacation. He just swam the Claire's Blue Lagoon, and he's been partying like crazy on a boat. He also went surfing behind a sailboat. His life is pretty damn awesome right now. Or, it's always awesome. Roman Atwood just revealed his longtime project in his new Smile More building that he just recently had built on his residential property. The big reveal was his huge new fish tank. It has his company logo inside of it. There was one part of his vlog video you can see him and his 2 kids inside of the fish tank helping him to put sand on the bottom of it. And that's when you realize that holy crap, this tank is really big. And last YouTube news for you guys, Superwoman just uploaded a video called "What Canadians Really Want to Say to Americans." The video is really funny as always, you expect nothing less. And I'll also put that link in the description below, so you guys can go check that out. Alright, so I have some sports news for you guys. Breaking news happening right now at the time of this recording. By the time this goes up, it happened just hours ago, so it's still breaking news. But Kevin Durant has just signed on to become a Warrior. So he left Oklahoma and he signed a 2-year deal to play alongside Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, the Splash Brothers. They have a chance to win championships every single year, and now you've just added one of the best scoring threats on your team. You're going to lose a little bit of the depth on the bench, but this has got to be one of the greatest teams ever. I don't know, some of you guys might argue and say, you know, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman was the best trio, but this one's making them run for their money. So the NBA went on a spending spree, spending over $1.8 billion in total contract value. This has been a result of a salary cap increase from $70 million to $94 million. And this is during the 2016-2017 season. And in the 2017-2018 season, it's going to go up once again because of the huge TV contract deal to $107 million. Some of the big signings or talks right now is Mike Conley agreed to a max contract deal with the Grizzlies. The deal is for 5 years, $153 million, which is over $30 million this season. The only players to have done that is Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, so now this guy's in that category. A lot of people are questioning that. Toronto Raptors lose Biyombo. He signed a 4-year deal, $72 million. LeBron James might also be on the move again. Where is he going? Maybe Golden State. May as well just put all the players there and give them the friggin' championship this year. He's seeking a $200 million contract, which would be the highest contract in NBA history. But there are some NBA rules that actually might prevent that, which is a little bit weird. I'm trying to look into it for you guys. Okay, I do have quick Euro Cup news for you guys. Wales beat Belgium in a huge win, 3-1, and Germany are the favorites to win every year, it seems. Well, they just beat Italy in penalty kicks 6-5. Yes, it was a close match. And France beat Iceland 5-2. It was a smackdown, but you know what? Iceland held its own. They made it to the Euro Cup. They beat England, which was a huge upset. This is a country with a population of just 300,000 people, and like 50% of them were probably in the stands watching this game. It was incredible. Anyways, guys, the Euro Cup is super exciting, but that's the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are back with a normal length video for you guys. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So let me know what you guys think of this video in the comment section below. And don't forget to answer the comment question of the day. What scares you the most? Let me know in the comment section because your comments will be seen in tomorrow's video. If you guys want to continue watching, there's 2 videos right over here. And don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't already. That's it for me, guys. Okay.